What is good, Foundation Nation? I'm out here today with a review of the Discraft Soul. This is a slow, understable mid-range from Discraft. It's a 4.5, -3.0 according to their flight numbers. One thing that's pretty unique about the Soul is where it is a 4-speed, it has this blunt edge that almost makes it feel like a putter in your hand, but have a little bit more distance, and so like the outer edge feels like a putter, holding it like this feels like a mid. So it kind of combines, in my experience with the Soul, we'll see how this one flies, kind of combines the flight of a mid or flight of a putter with a little more distance closer to a slower mid. And I think it's a great beginner disc. I think it's a great disc for everyone to have, but have a little bit of biases. I'll try to be as unbiased as possible when I'm throwing this in this review though. All right, now what I found with the Soul is that brand new, sometimes they can be a little bit more stable than you would expect with my past runs, but we're gonna start this one off just on a decent bit of Hyzer and just throw it hard. And see how this one reacts, and we'll go from there. So we're just gonna start off with a Hyzer throw. Yeah, came out with a little bit of Hyzer, flipped up to flat, rode right, kind of exactly what's advertised. A little flippier than I expected this one to be, but very controllable level of flip. So I think that what I'll do is I'll hit one more flat. I'll hit one on Annie, and then instead of the forehand, I'm gonna hit it on a lot of Hyzer and see how it reacts, how much it wants to flip up. Because this is a disc that personally I wouldn't forehand. And if you're curious, if you are someone who might want to forehand it, if you don't have like a already touch flippy putter forehand, this disc isn't gonna go great forehand wise. So that's what I don't have. If I threw a forehand, it would not look good. So I'm gonna do a little bit more usable throws in the review. But initial flight there, exactly what to expect. Flip up, nice ride. All right, I'm gonna just throw this flat, see if I can get like a long sweeping and Hyzer shot with it. One thing I remember about the Soul, back when I used to throw it, is it never wanted to like turn and burn. So we'll see if that's true here. Yeah, just effortless anhyders. If an anhyder shot's something you struggle with in a mid, the Soul's a great disc because that's what it naturally wants to do. It's also a great beginner disc. If you're only throwing like 200, 250 or something, it's gonna be very easy to get that disc to go straight. Soul time, I'm gonna put this on a lot of Hyzer and just see how it reacts. What I'm picturing here is I'm like in a wooded hole. I need to throw something to like flip up slowly and still move to the left. So we're gonna see if this disc can do it. Yeah, pretty much exactly that. Like that's what the Soul is essentially. It flies very similar, honestly, to like a really beat up rock. It's kind of the flight I would give it. It doesn't feel like a beat up rock, but that's kind of the flight, to where you can really, right out of the box, just control it a lot by how much Hyzer you put it on and how high you get it. So it gives you like one disc, you can throw super wide variety of shots, and that's the type of mid-range shots I love. I love throwing on Hyzer and being able to like, oh, I want a disc to go right, less Hyzer. Oh, I want a disc to go left, more Hyzer. And I never have to throw a shot flat or Annie. That's my type of disc. That's the Soul. We've been powering up on the Soul so far, showing you the flip up characteristics and everything. What I'm gonna do now is fan grip it to simulate less spin like a beginner, and also power down to simulate less power like a beginner, and show you how this thing will fly kind of for a beginner. I'm gonna try to throw it like 200 feet or so. I'm gonna just throw it relatively flat. Little nose up, but you can see how, I mean, very effortless it was to get that to go dead straight, and that's exactly what I think this disc is perfect for. Beginners, dead straight. More advanced players, flip up and ride. So there you have it. That is the review of the Soul. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts here. Like I said, I think it flies very similarly to a beat up rock, which has a special place in my heart. I love beat up rocks. It has a pretty unique feel. Some people like it, some people hate it. But the flight, you can't deny. The flight is something that if you're a beginner, dead straight. If you're a more advanced player, flip up and ride. I really personally enjoy that. So for the Foundation certified score, I'm going with an 8.5 on the Soul. I think it's a great mid for everyone who plays the game. Thanks so much for checking it out. We'll see you in the next one.